What's up, guys? Welcome to the mini bike adventures. So this is like our maiden voyage on the Z125s. We're just out here in like a little local park area, just kind of ripping around, getting used to the bikes. These things are so much different than what we're used to on the 750s, man. Just so much different. So mine sat for a while, so I'm pretty sure it's got bad gas in it, so I'm really just trying to run the gas out. But yeah, so a lot of people were wondering why. I'll just, for real quick, I'll go over why we went with the Z125 over the Grom. For one, we both like the styling a little bit better. I've always been a fan of Kawasaki, nothing against Honda. I've owned Hondas also, never had issues with them. But, so basically, I like to have the gear indicator. That's a big one for me. Being on my 750, it's so easy for me to just look down. This bike honestly reminds me of my 750, like the dash, everything is very, very similar. So the gear indicator is a pro for me. A little bit bigger fuel tank on these. So you're looking at like, I think the Groms are like 1.4 gallons and these are like 2 gallons, so 2 full gallons. I believe they're actually like 2.1. But I think what's the best part about these bikes is everyone that sees you, they're wondering what the heck you're on. That's probably one of the best things about it. Everybody just stares at you. They're like, is that a scooter? Is that a motorcycle? Like, what is it? Or I'm confused. But yeah, so gear indicator, a little bit bigger fuel tank. The suspension on these is significantly better than the Grom. Like our purpose for these bikes is to basically like be mini bike, like mini track bikes. And we do have some local tracks around that are only for, they're basically like go-kart tracks, but they open them up for anything below 400 cc's you can ride out there at one of them. And then we got some other ones that are coming up that are very similar to that also. So we're gonna be doing track days with these. You know, I'll obviously be wheeling it too, but as far as like the intent of buying these bikes, it wasn't to like stun it out. Obviously I'll do wheelies with it, but that wasn't the full intention when buying it. I know there's a lot of aftermarket parts for the Grom as far as like stunting, customizations. But for our purpose of basically being mini track bikes, the Z just made more sense to us. From what I've heard, the handling is a lot better on tracks. This is almost like having a little track right here. This is why we came out here. Just so much fun to hit like little, like if we were doing this on our 750s, I would literally be like sitting there with my hand on my side, like just bored, right? So with these bikes, it's like you actually have to get up in the RPM range. You're kind of ripping a little bit. I just can't wait to take these like out on the twisties with our suits on. Obviously right now we're just, you know, wearing our mesh gear and whatnot. Little bunny, whoa, little bunny foo-foo. It's so funny seeing Heather on the Z, because I'm so used to like, or just this morning we took our 750s out for a little ride in the morning, and then like right now it's evening and we're just riding on the Z's, and it's just so funny seeing. I'm sure like I look even funnier than she does. But yeah, let's talk to her real quick. You having fun?
Vlogging.
Yeah, I'm vlogging.
Yeah.
You having fun?
That was fun.
Yeah. I was like, we bought these bikes for the track, and this is like a little mini track back here.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had my suit on, I could just drag knee back there, like non-stop.
I'm just starting to get a feel for like switching back and forth.
Yeah. Alright, so I mentioned suspension, fuel, handling, gear indicator. I just feel like overall for our purposes, I feel like the Z is a better choice. Nothing against Groms. I really like the Grom. I originally was looking at the Groms until I really started making the differences between them and seeing what I liked and what I didn't like, and I just like the Z a little bit more. So our other purposes, deer, baby deer, little bitty guy. See, I would never see that on my 750. On my 750, I feel like I'm putting around going through these neighborhood roads, but on the Z, I can like be in like third, fourth gear, just ripping, having fun, and like not even really breaking the speed limit. So we'll probably be doing like track days on these, commuting on these. Probably gonna get Heather to do some dual vlogs, because at low speeds, like the voice, like recording, is so much crisper and clean compared to on my 750. Like anytime I'm going over like 60-70 miles an hour, it's just like just obnoxious. So I feel like if we were on our 750s, I would be at the end of this road already. See how fast I can get her up to. It's hilarious. It's pretty funny that I have to tuck and work to get over 60. So yeah, honestly, we bought these bikes just for, you know, something fun to have, something different, change of pace, but something that's not going to get us in as much trouble as something like buying a 1000 would do. Yeah, in my suit right now, just straight up just dragging knee through like all these little low speed, high speed corners on a Z, but on my 750 I'm in like first or second gear through that corner. So it's just so much different. It's a good change. It's a change of pace. It's just something fun. So it should also help us avoid speeding tickets. I just pinned it in fourth gear. She's creeping away. But honestly, like, okay, 80 miles per gallon and to be on two wheels and just have fun at such a cheap price is another big benefit. So gas prices are like on the rise right now, as most of you know. In Florida, they're getting up to like, they're nearing $3 a gallon. And yeah, so our 750s is funny because like guys at work will be like, hey, why don't you ride your bike to work when gas prices go up? I'm like, for one, my bike gets like 35 to 40 miles per gallon at best, and that's if I'm just putting around. And also it takes premium, so realistically my car gets 30 miles per gallon and it kind of equals out. So on these, it's definitely not going to equal out because they're going to take regular and they're going to get 80 plus miles per gallon. You know, as long as you're not just beating it at red line all day long. I got to learn how to not just rely on my throttle. That's going to be a big change for me because like on my 750, if I'm putting, I can just like drop a gear and just like get on the gas, where on this bike I really can't do that. So I'm gonna have to learn how to maintain corner speed and such, and it's just gonna be a big learning process. So I'm excited. I'm pretty stoked. Like I said, I've ridden the Grom a few times before, really had a lot of fun on it. I wouldn't buy that as my only bike, but for something fun to just putt around on, it's hard to beat. Straight goon bike. Look at this guy. Get up here with him. Say, get up here with him. You let me pass. What, I look funny? You definitely can't like let off the throttle too much on these. You have to like maintain your throttle or you're gonna be going like 5,000 RPMs in no time. Yeah, his bike's definitely faster than mine. That's a grom with a big bore kit. So that's Heather's brother, by the way. You guys watching. So alright, let's hit these last little corners and then make the long hike home. It's so weird being like full throttle and then like just rolling into corners. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We got about a half-hour ride home. So, on these little things. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Peace and ride safe.